This is Eagle Owl, and today we're going to talk about Vic Fangio, and he was giddy to have Jihaad Campbell. Does that mean he's taking somebody's spot? We're going to talk about it. Also, Britton Covey says goodbye to the Philadelphia Eagles. And lastly, the Commanders are just plain idiots. Just idiots. But let's get straight into it. Right, man, before we hop straight into it, I want to say congratulations to AJ Brown, officially engaged to his longtime girlfriend, and happy for them. Very, very happy for them. I know a lot of people try to spin it to be a different thing, try to bring football into this, like why Jalen Hurts wasn't there, or why this guy, that guy wasn't there. It's not about that. It's about AJ Brown celebrating, the love of his life. So congratulations to them. Also, Mac McWilliams officially signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. I know we signed four guys the first day of rookie training camp, or rookie mini camp. Now we signed one more, so we got like five more to go. Congratulations, Mac McWilliams, being a Philadelphia Eagle, officially a Philadelphia Eagle. Can't wait to see what you got on the field, man. I got a lot of high hopes for you. I like the way you talk. I seen the film. I've been watching it more and more. And trust me, we probably gonna have more breakdowns of your game, Mac McWilliams. So congratulations. And also, last but certainly not least, this last quick hit, and it's going, segue into a main topic, is Giles Jackson. So Giles Jackson officially signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. We waived Tyrone Davis Price. Remember him? Had a good, preseason, and he was having a good camp as well. But we decided to waive him and sign Giles Jackson. At first, I was gonna have this video apologizing to you guys because I hate giving out false information, because a lot of people were saying Giles Jackson was signed to the Philadelphia Eagles, but at first he was invited, and then the running back get released. We opened up a roster spot. Now he's officially signed. So congratulations to Giles Jackson. Another wide receiver, man. That wide receiver room is very, very feisty. You got Johnny Wilson, you got Nia Smith, you got Terrence Marshall Jr. We got the guy from Wake Forest, now Giles Jackson. I think it comes down to who can be a kick slash punt returner. Who can be that guy, I think, makes the team. So Terrence Marshall Jr. really has a thin shot, because if, say, Giles Jackson or the guy from Wake Forest is just really good punt returner, kick returners, we're going to have to save a roster spot for them. So they probably get it by default as that wide receiver 4. So it's gonna be a good battle for sure. I don't think Johnny Wilson again is locked for a spot. Anaya Smith. I know we want to say Jihad Dotson. I get it. We traded a third round pick for him. But I think even if somebody outperform him, he's in trouble. But I doubt it, because Jihad Dotson can play. But the only two I could say that's really guaranteed the spot is Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. I think everybody else is pretty much up for grabs. But speaking of guys we let go and up for grabs or whatever, Britton Covey. So Britton Covey sent a cryptic message on how much Philly meant to him. He made this post on Instagram. Say, can't put into words how much Philly has meant to me and my little family. So it sounds like he talking about Philly in past tense. And I really feel bad for Britton Covey, because last year I went into the season hyping him up. I'm like, yo, Britton Covey, he getting wide receiver 3 reps. He's looking good. Even when he was coming in games, he was fine. But he took that hit in the Saints game, and he just was never the same. And that, brought me to reality is like, yo, I don't think Britton Covey can take them hits like that. A lot of hits like that, where so he could stay healthy a full season. But he was shifty. He made he made defenders miss. He had an upside, because remember, he started getting more reps over Jihad Dotson, and everybody was trying to justify it, like, well, Jihad Dotson is new, he don't really know the playbook like that. And I'm like, nah, I think Britton Covey right now, he's showing signs he can be that guy, like that Wes Welker type guy. But he took one clean shot, like one hard shot, neck, never the same. It's never the same, man. So the Eagles, this is a business. You got to move on and make your team better. But Brenton Covey he was really good for the city. He was really, really good for the city. A lot of people, shout out to Philly 500, call him Crash Test Covey because he took some big hits on punt returns, kick returns, never fumbled, but he took some big hits and he just couldn't take any more of those big hits. So we'll see what happens. We'll watch his journey. Hopefully he goes nowhere in the division. Then we gotta hate Covey, but Covey, man, he was one of those ones. He had the potential of being one of those ones, but injuries is a part of the game. Unfortunately, it's definitely a part of the game. All right, so let's talk about Jihaad Campbell. So Jihaad Campbell, there's a lot of clips around about him floating around because the Eagles released, they draft day and how they went about the day. Of course, they chopped it up to like 13, 14 minutes. And it was a part where Howie Roseman was so amped up to get Jihaad Campbell. He was like, yo, this remind me of when we went from Brian Westbrook to Shady McCoy. But let me play this clip.
Patience.
Unbelievable.
We got that.
Well, we didn't try to be patient.
I know. I was going to tell you this reminded me of
Oh, yeah.
LaShawn and
Totally.
Westbrook, where you just keep calling up.
Look, I'm not going to say it, but what I will say, he's coming to take somebody's spot. A lot of you guys believe he's an edge rusher. So is he taking Jalen Hunt's spot? Me personally, I think he's a linebacker. And I know he's not taking Zach Bond's spot. Let me just leave it at that. And Vic Fangio was very giddy and very happy to have Jihaad Campbell. And let me play that clip.
Hey, you got Jihaad Campbell.
Can you believe that? Can you believe that? You knew he'd be there.
All right, we're taking Jihaad Campbell, guys.
That's a good sign. We got our guy. It wasn't fluff. It wasn't bluff. Like, oh, we got the guy we wanted. And sometimes teams say that and they really didn't get the guy they wanted. They just got their second option. The way Howie was hyped about it, the way Vic Fangio was hyped about it, yeah, we got our guy. And I will say this: Commanders are idiots, complete idiots. So let me play this clip of Howie Roseman trying to trade up with the Commanders.
Hey, buddy. How we doing? Yeah, it's a tradition. I feel like we should keep keeping trades. Any interest in a small move back? Let's see. So there's an in-division tax. You really didn't want to do a trade with me.
With the 29th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Josh Conerly Jr.
Here we go.
Tackle, Oregon.
Still okay. Connor.
In division tax, really? This is why I believe the Commanders are idiots. And a lot of Commander fans are hyping this up. One, you could have got an extra pick or two. Maybe an extra pick or two. You still would have possibly got Josh Connolly Jr. We wanted Jihaad Campbell. We did not. Think about it. The Eagles did not want to tackle at all. Eagles did not want an offensive tackle. Not in the first round. No. You knew we was going to take a skill position. Why not trade with us? You get some extra picks in the back end. But instead, you want to be stingy and greedy because you felt like you got finesse last year when we traded up with you and we got Cooper DeJean. Y'all felt like y'all got finesse and y'all wasn't trying to get finessed again. Like, why did the Commanders help the Eagles get this guy? Whereas though you wanted to overprice us and then we look like the crazy ones. No. No. So stop your nonsense. Stop your BS. Washington. So now y'all look like the idiots because at the end of the day, when we traded with the Kansas City Chiefs, they just got an extra pick just because. They wasn't thinking about no linebacker. They got an extra pick in the back end. So it's a win-win. Chiefs still end up getting their guy, and they got an extra pick. And we just made sure nobody was trying to trade up with them to get our guy. So, again, the Commanders are complete idiots. So stop trying to hype up this Adam Peterson guy. Like, he tried to overcharge Howie Roseman. You see how mad he was? No, he's just an idiot. He could have had an extra pick or two. Nope. And that's why y'all got the worst draft picks in the division. I will talk to a Washington fan right now like, yeah, we picked the worst guys. We picked the worst guys out of the division. Eagles had a great draft. Cowboys had a really good draft, and the Giants had a really good draft. Commanders was average. Now, if they would have made a trade with us, they would have had an extra pick. But you know, it's what it is. You want to be greedy, cool. Be greedy. We got our guy. We got our guy. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hey man, what do you think? How do you feel? Covey saying goodbye. Also, Jihaad Campbell. Whose spot is he taking? Whose spot is he taking? And Commanders GM is an idiot. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.